Hello, Internet. Today, I will teach you how to post items on Craigslist to sell your stuff. And first of all, why Craigslist? Because Craigslist is free and it has a huge following, especially depending on where you are. I am in the SF Bay area, but if you go to the Craigslist website, look at how many different states, and I think they're even in different countries: Canada, Europe, Asia, all kinds, Oceania, Latin America, Africa. Oh my, all over the place, right? And so I'm on Craigslist. You can see I'm in the SF Bay area at the top here. You could get housing, services, job postings, and then for sale. Today we're just going to sell something. So let's go ahead and you have your different categories here if you're searching for something to buy. But if you're selling, you just click in the upper left corner here, create a posting. Now you might be wondering, there's a My Account. It's my understanding you should still be able to just create a posting without an account. But I do recommend making an account, especially if you're going to be posting multiple things. It just makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and say so I went to post a listing, and then you got to select your sub area here. Let's say I'm in San Francisco, and then it's like, well, where in San Francisco are you in here? It says you could bypass this step. I don't recommend bypassing it. I understand people don't want to use your exact address, and you can absolutely not give your exact address, but you should still give them like a general area where you're going to meet them or where you are actually going to sell the item. It doesn't matter where you live, right? It matters where you're going to be selling this thing to them, right? So if you're like, oh, I'm going to be meeting them in Nob Hill, that's where I work. Well, you might want to post it in Nob Hill then if you're going to be selling it where you work, for example, or if you live in Nob Hill, right? All right, next is, what is it? So like I said, in this video, we're going to be doing it an item for sale. But as you see, you could do services offered. Like if you want to do like you want to advertise your landscaping business. If you're trying to hire somebody. Now here, I do want to take a moment to say that not everything is free on Craigslist. For example, posting a job, I think they post it here. It's $75, I think. It's somewhere between $10 and $75. Even posting a car or a motorcycle now does cost like $5 or $10, maybe even more by the time this video goes live. So Craigslist, it used to be actually free for cars, motorcycles, and RVs, and they've now put a fee there. But it's such a small fee when you think about it, $5 or $10. Like, it's such a small fee. But I know some people still just don't like fees. But when it does come time to just selling, for example, what we're going to sell, which I don't even know yet, we'll post something that I bought recently. I'm going to go ahead and do for sale by owner. Now, I don't run my own business. If I ran my own like computer repair business and I was selling like graphics cards and network cards, I'd be a dealer, right? Oh, and see, look, if you do dealers, it does cost money. It costs $3 a post, right? Because they don't want businesses making all this money, for people. So anyways, we are owner. And then as you see by owner, everything is free except cars and trucks is $5 and RVs are $5 for me, for where I am. And now if you're in Oregon, for example, there's different if you're in different places of the world, it might actually be free. I do know that San Francisco is one of the more expensive ones. Expensive. It's $5 instead of free. Anyways, so what did we say? We said we were in city of San Francisco. We said we're in Nob Hill, and for sale by owner, because we are not a business. Okay. And then you need to choose what category you're going to be with. If you can't figure out which category, there is a general one. Yeah, see, general for sale. If you can't figure out which category would be best, you could do general. I have heard people, you're not supposed to do this, but some people, like, for example, if you're selling something and it can fit into like artwork and you want to put it like in household, but you also want to put it in collectibles, some people will cross post it twice. It might get flagged for that. I don't recommend doing that. Just try to pick the best one. If after a week or two it's not selling, you might want to try posting another. Or another really good idea, if you're wondering, if you're stuck at this step and you're like, oh, which one? I would just go ahead, like, let's say we want to sell an aquarium. I don't even know if I can spell aquarium right. Okay, you can see right here, before I even hit enter, that 610 of the aquarium listings near me are just in the general for sale. And so it's just the general for sale. Okay, and then here you go. It's in general. Yeah, 449 are in general. 34 are in furniture. 27 are in farm and garden. So what I would probably do is I'd put mine in general for sale because that's where most people did it, right? That's what I would do. So that's another way. If you're stuck on this screen right here, which subcategories should I put? You could go ahead and do that here. I actually do have some computer parts for sale, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have a webcam I want to sell. All right. So I'm doing computer parts because I'm selling a Logitech web camera. All right, so I'm now on my computer. I took some photos with my phone. I'm on a Windows computer. On a Windows computer, you just right click. There should be like an edit button somewhere on here. Show more options. I'm on Windows 11, but Windows 10, all of them have it. I can edit it, and I can just go ahead and crop it. Make sure it looks good. If I need to flip it, I can flip it around. This is just basic stuff. Adjustments, you can even, some of them have like an automatic adjustment, but like if I want to make it a little brighter, yeah, so it's easier to see. Okay, and then I'm just gonna save it. All right, and then I'm gonna go to the next photo. This one definitely needs to be cropped. I'll go to edit, crop this up. There you go. Cool, I'll save that. And then the last one, I have a back shot so they can see the back. Let's go ahead and edit, crop that up. Okay, and then save. All right, and then I have my 3 photos that are on my computer that are in my this PC downloads new folder. Some of you are going to be doing this on your phone. It's a little harder to do on your phone. You just got to find out where you put those. All right, so this is the C615 webcam. So, all right, first up is title. Now, you want to use as much of this title as you can, because if you see, this is one way people look at it is gallery, but even if you do list view, you'll notice that the longer the blue part, that's the title, the longer it is, the more it sticks out. The other thing you might want to consider is doing all capitals, because all capitals does also stick out. You can also do like emojis and stuff, like some people do stars. No stars here, but some people will put like stars to like make it really stick out. But you'll see when I'm scrolling here, this is what it looks like depending on what view you're looking at. The other view that people use a lot of is the picture view. And how do I go back to views? Okay, it's sorted, list view. Okay, thumbnail view, now the picture really matters. Or the gallery view, the picture really matters. And then the last view, you could choose the map view. And this is where it matters too, because remember, depending on where you list it in San Francisco over here, is where it's going to pop up on the dot. So that's why it's important to put the dot where you're actually going to be selling it. So back to the title over here. Let's go ahead and we'll put the thing, the brand, Logitech C16 webcam, 1080p in great, perfect working, we'll say like perfect working condition. And maybe you can add like the word USB webcam so people know it's a USB webcam. Okay, and I'm gonna sell it for 20 bucks because I mean, look, it's $20.99 plus tax, so I feel like so it gets there correctly. And then here's where I'll do my first description of just I'm the original owner, used for a year, recently tested, no smells, lens is clean, great for work, student, or gaming, right? And then I'll go over here to specs and I'll just go ahead and copy all this into the ad. Like the more information you have, the better, because it'll help the buyer out, right? As well as all these terms in your ad help with the SEO, the search engine optimization. So now if somebody types in USB webcam, and it searches here, my potential thing will show up, my potential ad, right? Okay, so back to here. We've done title, price, posting code, description, the make, that's really easy, Logitech. And if you're wondering why should I spend time in the tech, that's what you're filling out in the middle section here is if you do over here on the left, you could see here I could, if I click into computers, USB webcam, there's a make or model section. If you don't put the information in here when somebody is looking for a Logitech, and if you don't put that information, you'll see, look, I only got one listing because only one person filled out the entire, they actually put the make and the model here, It also shows up here on the ad too. So it shows up in the ad and it makes it more searchable. All right, so Logitech condition, excellent. This is the C615. Or you could guess, I mean, I think it's like, 4 inches by 1, If you have it, this is where if you have an account, this gets pre-filled out for you, but you need to type in an email. The other thing I highly recommend is that you do fill out the show my phone number. make sure you say phone calls are okay and text is okay. You put in your phone number, and I just put my first name because obviously you don't want people Googling you and looking you up. Just put your first name, just type Drew, and then my phone number. The reason why I say to do this is there's a lot of people that want a webcam and they might be like nearby. They're like, I need a webcam, and they text you. If you get an email address, people aren't going to spend the time to email you. They might, but I trust me, by putting your phone number, you will sell your items faster. You will get more money for them. It's the way to go. Now, show address. This is where I don't fill it out, right? Because I don't want people coming to my house. So I don't do this here. By putting our zip code up here, though, it'll put you in the general vicinity, like within a 5-10 mile radius of your zip code. So you don't need to do that unless the only time I would do this is if I'm selling a car or a motorcycle and it's outside and it's safe, and I just put my address if people want to drive by and look at it. And then this button right here, okay for others to contact you about other services. No, you don't want to do that. And then they're saying, oh, is this the correct? That's about right. I wouldn't, mess with that anymore. That's good. Continue. And then here comes the images. I have my 3 images here. Actually, I moved from here. I have my 3 images. Press OK. They're going to upload. Now, remember, your featured image is the first image that shows up. So back here, when you're in list view or thumbnail view, it's this first image here. Or if you're in gallery view, it's going to be the main image, right? So whatever is highlighted in yellow right here is going to be that image right here when people are looking you up. And then here's your 3 photos. I'm done. And then boom, publish it. Now, because I'm not logged in and I'm not logged into my account, it's going to ask me to do further action. It's going to send me an email, and you have to click on that email, and within 30 minutes, in order to finish the posting cycle. Now, a lot of you are like, one more step. Yes, you've gone this far. Just go ahead and finish that last step. Or if remember back at the first step, if you were to just create an account here, you don't have to do that every time. As long as you have an account, you don't have to do that. I did want to talk a couple minutes about Craigslist. Now that you made it this far, you're done. But selling on Craigslist, it's great because it's all over the world. You can sell almost anything. It's great. Now, where it's not great is you're going to post this post over here, our little webcam, and you might get a text message saying, oh, I'd like to buy your text. Can you email me at this address? That is a spam email. Never, if somebody texts you to then want to be emailed, like that should already set off a red flag. But a lot of people you're not experienced with this, so I don't blame you, but that is a spam. And so where is it? How often do you need to post? They even wrote about it, what makes Craigslist so terrible? The dark side, scammers, stalkers, and setups. Scammers utilize Craigslist to extort cash from innocent customers. Yeah, now, don't do anything stupid, okay? If somebody's like, oh, I want to pay you with direct deposit for a $20 webcam, you should say, no, just give me $20, period. It's a scammer. If they say, oh, I lost my wallet, can you help? Can I give you a 50 and you give me 20? Like, if it gets weird, if it's just not a straight up cash or Venmo or something like that, and they don't pay you directly, then ignore them. Text them back, STOP, stop, okay? And then just ignore them if they keep going. It's free. It's easy to use. If you don't feel comfortable selling, then have somebody help you. If you're a woman or, just anybody who's even slightly concerned about their safety, go with somebody else or just don't do it at all. Never meet somebody in the dark. Like, just use common sense. You could even meet people at police stations. There's often like barter zones around the police stations. So there's that. If you want selling on eBay, you can ship it. I don't like selling on eBay per se because they take a cut. It ends up being like 20% or so. So you take a little haircut there. So for my $20 webcam, instead of getting $20 cash, I get to keep it all. I'm probably going to get, $16. And now I got to package it. I got to go to the post office. So, I mean, pick your poison, pick the way you want to do it. But this should get you started posting. I wish you lots of luck, lots of money. And if you like this video, I'm thinking about doing some more with Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp and eBay as well. And good luck out there.